Lena was a quiet observer. In her bustling office, filled with ringing phones and loud conversations, she was a still presence, not shy but simply content to listen. Her corner, adorned with plants and soft lighting, was her haven. From there she observed her colleagues, her eyes missing nothing. Lena had a knack for noticing the small details. A tired sigh, a slumped shoulder, a forced smile. She saw it all. These subtle cues spoke volumes to her. She understood the unspoken language of emotions, and more often than not, she knew just what to do. A handwritten sticky note with a kind message, a steaming cup of coffee left on a desk. Lena's gestures were small, almost insignificant, yet, to her colleagues, they were lifelines. They were reminders that someone saw them, understood them, and cared. Like clockwork, Mark would arrive every Monday, his usual cheer replaced by a weary frown. Lena knew Mondays were particularly tough for him after stressful weekends with family. She wouldn't pry or offer unsolicited advice. Instead, a simple, "Hang in there, Mark. This week will be over before you know it," written on a sticky note, would appear on his computer screen. It was enough. Then there was Sarah, always struggling to meet deadlines. Overwhelmed and on the verge of tears one afternoon, she found a lavender-scented candle on her desk. A small note read, "Take a deep breath, Sarah. You've got this." The tension eased from Sarah's shoulders. Lena's quiet support gave her the strength to carry on. These small acts of kindness weren't grand gestures, but they held immense power. Lena, in her quiet way, had mastered the art of empathy. She knew that sometimes the smallest gestures could make the biggest difference. And in a world that often overlooked the quiet souls, Lena's impact was undeniable. Then came Jack. He was the new graphic designer, a burst of energy and loud laughter. Where Lena was reserved, Jack was boisterous. Where Lena observed, Jack engaged. He was a whirlwind of colour and sound in the quiet world Lena inhabited. At first their interactions were minimal. Lena, from her quiet corner, watched Jack charm his way into everyone's hearts. Jack in turn found himself drawn to Lena's quiet intensity. He was intrigued by her stillness, her ability to convey volumes with a single look. He started seeking her out, drawn to her calm demeanour. He would sit with her during lunch, sharing stories in his animated way. Lena, in her quiet way, listened. She offered thoughtful insights, her words few but impactful. Jack, used to constant noise, found himself leaning into her peaceful silences. As their bond grew, Jack began to notice what most didn't. He saw the impact of Lena's quiet gestures, the way her colleagues gravitated towards her gentle strength. He saw the power of her silence, the way it spoke volumes in a world obsessed with noise. Lena, without uttering a word, taught Jack the profound impact of observation. She showed him the importance of empathy, of truly seeing and understanding those around him. Jack, once a whirlwind of superficial charm, began to appreciate the depth and meaning in the unspoken. Their story became a testament to the power of balance. The quiet observer and the boisterous soul complementing each other in unexpected harmony. Lena, in her silence, had spoken volumes. She had taught those around her, especially Jack, that sometimes silence speaks louder than words.